Alright guys, welcome back to World of Warships with Bogatir. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Tier 7 match that I had in my Farragut. And as you can guess from the title of the video, it's probably going to have something to do with torpedoes. Now as you can see, it's a Tier 7 match, and each side has 5 destroyers but only 2 cruisers. So you would naturally think that the battleship captains would be sweating bullets, right? I mean, you got 5 destroyers and only 2 ships that can guard you. You'd probably be getting a little cautious there. Well, you would. Not everybody would. Alright, so right now, the game's starting off, and I'm going to head for C. I'm off on the east side of the map by myself, more or less. But who knows, I might be able to get a quick stealth cap on C, or at the very least, start getting some scouting towards this side of the map and see if I can't spot anybody. So I crank on the speed boost and get going. And I find a Kiev sitting out here. Well, since Kiev is pretty much by himself, and so am I open fire on him and score at least one quick hit, but that's it. Firing blind doesn't manage to find him again. So my torpedoes are almost reloaded, so I heal the ship around and get them ready. Yeah, the Kiev popped out of a smoke screen there for a second, and as you can see, that probably should have been a hint for me about where I should lay these torpedoes. Again, this is not a match where I'm sitting here saying, look at me and how great I am on my destroyer. I'm pretty good at my Farragut, but this was just not a real good match for me. So, get lined up on the smoke screen. You never know. Whip out the torpedoes. 1 salvo away, 2 salvos away, and turn away. So, I'm still out here by myself, and most of my team is heading over in the direction of A and B. But the enemy's got a pretty decent group of ships coming this direction. In addition to that, Kiev, we've got a Hie and a Dunkirk are also coming this direction. And there's a Cleveland and a Scharnhorst out there kind of in the area. Now this Nicholas is over here trying to cap B, so I open fire on him. And smoke screens work both ways. And I get a few quick taps on him, but one of our ships just blows him away and he is gone. But there's still a smoke screen sitting on B. Alright, so here I am, figuring I can try to take a swing at B. But we've definitely got somebody sitting in that smoke screen. And I get spotted, so I start to do the wiggle. The old American destroyer wiggle, just to make sure that I don't get anybody hitting me. And there was I believe that's a Hatsuharu. Popped up for just a moment. But again, I turn away, try to break contact. Right now I don't have any real good targets that I can do anything with, and if I become the center of everybody's attention with all these ships around here, I'm going to die pretty quick. So once again, smoke screens are torpedo magnets, so I fire a couple of chancy barrages off into the smoke just to see if maybe I get lucky. And there is that Kiev. He capped C, and his teammates just capped B, and so he is heading over towards A to see what he can do.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Alright. Now, I'm considering taking a few pot shots at these guys. This guy in particular, he's the only one I can see. But there's likely some people in that smoke screen, and, well, I might be able to land a few hits on them, but it's probably not going to do much. So, still hoping to get lucky. And here is the Bayern on our team. And this guy did not like having to move. He ran up here towards the space between A and B, and then he's going to drift over into B, and that's about as far as he's going to move this entire match. Which, you know, sitting bow on in a Bayern is not the worst tactic. But he definitely didn't think his engines were worth working with. Oh, I get spotted. And since I have a Cleveland back there, is one of the things that can be shooting at me. I am trying to run away, and whoops, bong. I glance off that Bayern, take taking a little bit of damage, and unfortunately, he gets yelled at in chat by the bot. So here's that Kiev, and since I'm back behind the island, I figure why not take a couple speculative shots, get spotted, because, you know, why wouldn't I? Those other guys are back there, not just the Kiev. And now this Bayern is in trouble. He's got a Cleveland, a Warspite, and a Dunkirk all coming his direction, with that Hiei still working his way out east, trying to come around on the side. So at this point, I'm getting a little bit nervous, but I figure, well, I can do my part. This Bayern is one of the only guys who seems to realize that you've got all these guys coming over here to cause problems. Now that Hatsuharu shows up, I already know that Hatsuharu is eager to gun for this Bayern. So line up on the Hatsuharu, and he's probably going to be maneuvering enough that I don't really have much of a chance to hit him. But if I can throw some torpedoes in the way, this Cleveland, who, you know, now he's gone, the Cleveland and the Hatsuharu may have something else to worry about, and they may have to turn away if they see these torpedoes coming. So take a few shots at the Hatsuharu and score some hits, but nothing fantastic. And there's the Hatsuharu's torpedoes going in, and the Bayern eats 2 of them. Now at this point, I'm kind of assuming that this Bayern is not going to last very long. I mean, after all, he's got the Hiei, the Warspite, and the Dunkirk firing at him. Plus this Hatsuharu is lurking around trying to get more torpedoes after him. So I'm kind of assuming that this guy is not long for the world, but at the very least I can try to back him up. So moving back in, here's the Hatsuharu. And we start taking a few pot shots. And this Hatsuharu is playing with his throttle. So first one's land short, next one's land long. I'm trying to adjust to get the fire in on him, but it's just not working. That Hiei is still trying to work around south. But that Hatsuharu gets himself blasted. You know, why would you want to change your course? That's just silly. Now here's this Warspite, and this Warspite knows I'm over here. I've been spotted for a good 30 seconds to a minute more. So it is no wonder that I'm sitting around over here. And here's some Hatsuharu torpedoes. And I dump my fish towards the Warspite. He's coming around the close side of this island. He knows there's a destroyer over here. So you would think he would be, you know, trying to change it up. Now coming up on this Bayern, I light off my smoke, trying to hide him, and oh, there we go. 5 torpedo hits. And that Warspite just gets completely deleted out of the game. I was talking during it, but he did not even flinch on his rudder. Just drove in a straight line, and oh, here's that Kiev back. So I open up on him, trying to keep him away from the Bayern. His torpedoes are short enough range that if I can just give him a good disincentive, that maybe I can save this Bayern. Because he is still alive. Oh, shots from the Scharnhorst coming in. And the Kiev's firing at me. This is exactly the situation that I didn't want to be in. Getting everybody's attention. Alright. And that Bayern has stopped and pulled back into the smoke. The downside is that now I'm the only target over here that any of these guys can see to take pot shots at. So I'm pretty much expecting to die here in short order. There we go. B is capped. And I'm lining up on this Hiei because why not? I start taking a few pot shots. Maybe I can farm some damage off this Hiei before I go out. So, and this Hiei gets blasted. I got a few hits, so I'm back out of my smoke. And oh, spotted again. And who is it? There he is, the Kiev. So I start taking a few shots. They're coming in, line up. And I get rid of some torpedoes. Who knows? Get them. And right there, that shot gets an incapacitation. I'll talk about that in a minute. And right now, I'm sitting here watching my torpedoes, and I'm fully expecting the Kiev to put his rudder over and dodge, but he is not. And there we go. It's just a flesh wound from a hit from beyond the grave. There we go. Rudders. How do they work? Yeah, Now, there's a good chance that that incapacitation might have been his rudder. Um, you never know. But at the same time, why don't you have last stand? As a destroyer captain, take last stand. Both your rudder and your engines get knocked out so often that the ability to keep maneuvering and keep your speed up, even when you get incapacitated like that, is critical. I don't know why anybody who's playing a destroyer captain wouldn't use it. Now, here I am in another match in my New Mexico. This match actually happened pretty much immediately after that last one. And I'm over here in my New Mexico because I absolutely love it. And I am going towards the east over here on the map, trying to support this flank. I normally avoid this side of the map like the plague, but this time I figured, why not? And oh, there we go. Enemy Nicholas trying to come up from behind the island, trying to torpedo me. So as soon as I see him, I put the rudder hard over and start to turn because I know if I see him, there have got to be torpedoes incoming. Alright, main batteries are way out of position, so I line up a good shot on this Pensacola and he runs himself aground. So my shots are going long. So destroyer's still out there, so I put the rudder over again to try to jink. And what do you know? There's the first set of 3 torpedoes. Now where is the rest of them? Or where are the rest of them? There they are. Rudder shifts back the other way. And there's some more. So stop turning. Try to hold it steady. Yep, I am perfectly safe. And this Nicholas has just fired every single torpedo short range at a battleship and missed them all. And as his reward, 14-inch armor-piercing shells right through his ship. And he gets blasted. And again, that wasn't any kind of hard magical maneuvering by me. That was not torpedo beats. I just didn't sail in a straight line like an idiot. And on the post-battle results screen, I just wanted you to take a look at that secondary battery firing efficiency. 79 shots fired in that battle, most of them towards that Nicholas. 79 shots, and one of them hit, and it didn't do anything. World of Warships, man. What you gonna do? This has been Bogatir. I'll catch you next time.